What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Moody. We're back for JBA Season 3, Week 2. Today we were playing the Columbus Cresselias, coached by Connor. Little brief history between me and Connor. I am 0-2 against him. He's beaten me twice. I've never beaten him before. I was really itching for this win. He's a really good coach. He made the semifinals in JBA Season 2, and he had like an insane record. I think he only lost like one game before losing in the playoffs and before losing in the semis. But yeah, he's really good. Top tier threat. He's probably one of the best players in my division. So looking to score with W here. Looking at his team, he's got Hydreigon, Lander is Therian form, Victini, Chansey, Cobalion, and Mega Blastoids. While on my side, I got the Focus Dash, 4 attacks, Mamoswine. I got the Special Defensive Impish Mandibuzz, aka Crankakers. I've got the Bold Max Defense, Max HP Cresselia with Toxic and Toxic Moonlight, Moonblast, and Ice Beam. Sorry. Wow. And then I have JSA, the mixed scarf Virizion. Sorry, I was blanking on what Mons was. And then we got DBS, the Assault Vest, Max HP, Max Special Attack, Modest Lantern, and then we got Weapon X, the Sub Dragonclaw Flamethrower Roost, Max Attack, Max Speed, Jolly Charizard X. Alright, so looking at this team, I designed Crankakers to pretty much take any one hit and then either knock off something or U-turn on anything, U-turn on some of the slower mons. Designed that as a dedicated lead. It could take anything. That mon's fast as fuck. So I'm going to lead it. So he leads Mega Blastoids. I want to see if I'm faster than Mega Blastoids, so I go for the U-turn. Right off the rip, I am faster, so it gives me a good idea of what his speed is. He goes for the Toxic. Pretty cool play. He goes in the Hydreigon. I thought he was going to go into Victini right there, but predicting like an Ice Beam. He drops a Draco. I live, and then I fire off a Dazzling Gleam. I actually designed this Lantern to do that very exact thing. So I was very happy what DBS did. At this point in the match, I'm just like, all right, this is gonna die. So he goes into Victini. If he wants to sub or anything, I just go for Scald just in case he wants to sub. He reveals that he's Life Orb, which is pretty big because one, that gives me a good idea of what speed tier he's at, and then it also kind of gives me a little bit of an idea of if he's physical or special. Judging by the damage, it looks like he's physical. Well, I can't judge by the damage because I'm at like 2%. But him being Life Orbed is a lot better than him being Choice Band, in my opinion. Or I'm surprised. I'm kind of actually surprised he went with the Life Orb set. But hey, teach his own. He goes into Mega Blastoids, and then I go into Repulsa. I toxic this thing. He toxics me. That's fine. You know, you might be thinking, why would he show Toxic? Why would you go into Toxic? Why would you go into Cresselia? You don't want this thing Toxic. Well, I actually thought he was going to go Dark Pulse. My Cresselia had a Colbur Berry. So if he had fired off a Dark Pulse right there, it wasn't going to do that much. And that's what I really thought he was going to do. But judging by the game, I don't think he had it. So I switch out. And the Crankakers, he switches out as well. I go for the knockoff, get this Violet, get this fat fuck mon out of here, or make it a little more manageable. He paralyzed me and then goes for a Seismic Talk. I U-turn out here. I go into Weapon X. This is a free sub right here, and it is. He goes for the T-Wave, so he's not even getting any damage off. I just rip off a Dragon Claw, and then he Seismic Toss. It's fine by me. He goes into Lander's Therian form. I go in the Dragon Claw right here. At -1, that did 40%. That did a lot of damage, which is indicating that this thing is most likely offensive more than anything. I mean, I know Weapon X is like pretty strong on, and I am running max attack, and it does have tough claws, but still, 40% is a lot. I switch out, so I don't want to die to an earthquake. He just goes for rocks right here, perfectly fine. I defog on the switch, and then he has a turn to Chansey. This is pretty much free soft boil for him. Whatever. I U-turn, and then this play right here. So this Chansey revealed Thunderwave, but I feel like if I had Dragon Clawed here, obviously it would have been better play. But I should have subbed right here. I was thinking to myself, all right, well, he'll probably go back into the Landorus because he knows the Dragon Claw did a lot of damage. He might have done a calc here and realized that at 57% he could live a Dragon Claw, but he doesn't like based on the prior damage. But he doesn't know if he got like a low roll, high roll, if it was Jolly or Adamant. Like I was a little. I mean, this was a good play on his part. He predicted me well. I should have just subbed here. I don't know why I didn't. But I go for the Flamethrower, and I went for the Flamethrower partially because I thought he was going to go into Landorus Therian. Flamethrower actually does more than Dragon Claw, and especially if he was going to go in and then. But the play there all the time was a sub. Total misplay on my part. He goes for Thunder Wave. He paralyzes Weapon X. Really annoying as fuck. But, and this is the reason why the thumbnail for this video is me with Alon for this next sequence. And as you'll see, he'll soft boiled, go for Dragon Claw, and then he'll soft boiled, go for the Dragon Claw, soft boil again. I'll just go for the Dragon Claw. Now he's hoping that I get paralyzed right here, but I'm not going. I'm not getting paralyzed, which is kind of. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's hoping. I mean, statistically, I should get paralyzed here. So, I think that was about 6 or 7 times that I broke through paralysis. definitely unfortunate on Connor's part, but I mean, it's Pokemon, and I got really lucky there. Statistically speaking, I should have gotten paralyzed twice in those 6 or 7 times that I broke through. I mean, I don't know. I gotta take it, but I will sell his luck. But in reality, like, he's gonna have to take a Dragon Claw from something. I mean, whether he got back to full with Chansey, then had to take a Dragon Claw with something else, or a Flamethrower. If he got back to full, I probably would have switched up and probably would have. I don't know what I don't know what I would have done, but you could theory mon all you want, but it just broke through. Got really lucky there. So moving along, he goes into Ments. It's fine. I go into Reader Repulsor. I know I can take anything. He gets up rocks. So I have Ice Beam. He switches. This is a bad play on my part. I probably should have Moonblast right here, but I decided to Ice Beam. I reveal the Ice Beam. I knew I couldn't catch him really by surprise. I mean, it's Connor. He had. For those who don't know, he in season 1 and season 2, he had Cresselia, and he was really good with it. He knows Cresselia very well, so I know I couldn't trick him. I knew I couldn't trick him with Cresselia. So go for the Ice Beam. It does literally nothing. I'm just racking up poison damage out, honestly, at this point. He goes for the U-turn, more than fine. He's taking up Life Orb damage. I opt to go for the Moonblast. Does clean 22%. He goes for a U-turn again. So I'm dumb. I go for the Toxic. I figured that he was going to do that, and then if I lived off the U-turn, I wasn't sure if I was going to live. I would have Toxic'd, and then now with this Victini Toxic, racking up Toxic and Life Orb damage, this Victini is going to get whittled down pretty quick, and it's going to be taken out. So I died of the poison damage. It's all good. I go into Crank Anchors, take a little Stealth Rock damage. At this point, I'm pretty sure I can live most hits. So I go for the knockoff because if I go for knockoff plus poison plus toxic damage should kill this Victini. He goes for the Bolt Strike. I live on 7. I get paralyzed. What are you gonna do? I can't complain about that. Especially after all the Weapon X stuff. Poison toxic damage ranks up. He has to take more life orb and more toxic damage, so he's getting whittled down pretty quick. I go to Weapon X. He goes for the Bolt Strike. I just go for the Roost, because I know the Bolt Strike can't kill me. And he dies to toxic damage. He goes into Demence. Now this play, he goes for the U-turn. And I'm honestly not sure why he went for the U-turn. I think EQ was the safer play because he kills Charizard X. He does big damage on the Mamoswine. And I guess he wanted to go for U-turn to get a matchup. Or I really don't know. Like, maybe he thought, I don't know. But I take advantage of it. Knowing that, well, I mentioned this earlier, but Flamethrower actually did more damage than Dragon Claw to the Landers. I really thought he was going to Earthquake, but for some weird reason, I lived in EQ. I wanted to just get off as much damage as possible. I was very surprised by this play. So I go for the Flamethrower, and he switches into Cobalion, which is perfect. Gets it down to 9%. Yeah, he reveals the leftovers, so it is not Scarfed. It's probably more of a bulkier set. Not 100% sure. Didn't really see much of this. So he goes for Stone Edge. I live on 5. I don't know if that was a roll, but hey, I'll take it. I go for the Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw kills even if it's resisted. I mean, Mega Charizard X max attack. So I'm at 5%. And then he goes for U-turn. He kills me. Weapon X did really well. It came through in the clutch, and I'm very happy with its job done. So at this point in the game, he goes for the U-turn, so he has to go into Mega Blastoids. And given the health of Landers Therian, and given Mega Blastoids being a water type, I go right in to Virizion. This Virizion is Choice Scarfed. I designed this to be able to 2-hit KO max HP Blastoids. I think a max HP, max special attack Blastoids. I'm not. I put a lot of special attack into it, so I'm not sure what his set was, but I know for sure it was gonna. Well, I was fairly confident that it was gonna 2-hit KO, and given Virizzion's natural special bulk, I knew I could live in Ice Beam, especially Ice Beam's neutral, even if it's from Mega Blastoids. So I could just lock myself in the Energy Ball and pretty much win the game. So that's exactly what I do. So it's 54, so clean 2-hit KO. He gets the Ice Beam off. That does 42%. That does a lot, but not enough. And then I do that again. I am Choice Scarf Jolly, so I am for sure faster than this thing. And then it can take an Energy Ball, and I win 2-0. So the game was pretty interesting, to say the least. I'm pretty lucky to break through all those paralyses that I did. I'm not sure what the results would have been if I got paralyzed on the Charizard X on the Chansey. It might have changed things up a little bit, but I mean, Mamoswine and Virizion can kind of handle Chansey a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe I would have won 1-0. I mean, maybe I would have lost. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here in theory, man. I don't know the sets, but I mean, hey, we're 1-1 now, and we're +1, and we're looking pretty good. I'm getting more comfortable as this team goes along, and liking what I liking what I see. Trying to test things out, trying to test the waters. We're just trying to gain a little momentum. I mean, this wasn't the cleanest game possibly played on either side, but 2 games in a row, not super clean. But I think I made the right moves, and I team prepped pretty well. Shout out to everybody who helped me making this team. And yeah, so next week we are playing newcomer Cole and the Calgary Talonflames. Super excited. Never played him. It's got a pretty interesting team. Pokemon, so it's gonna be a tough win. It's gonna be a tough battle. You just gotta get them grind and get those calcs. But I'm gonna go team prep. So until next time, Woody Claws out. Peace.